This episode of Special Conditions is brought to you by our Patreon. The Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our amazing community, and just for $1 a month, you can join our patron-exclusive Discord and support a crew of passionate part-time creators who love Pokemon and podcasting. Visit patreon.com/PokemonProfessor to join. What's up, Pokemon TCG fans? Welcome to another episode of Special Conditions, the podcast where competing and collecting collide. Today is Monday, June 16th, 2025. I am your host, Adam Tuttle, joined by my co-host, Justin Keller. How are you?
Well, I am jazzed for once. And, well, that's not for once. I'm always jazzed.
Could it be the coffee juice that you're drinking?
Yes. Coffee.
At this hour, it's 10:30, and Justin got handed a espresso.
Yeah, because I got to channel my inner Sabrina Carpenter and espresso myself. And so, long story short, we ordered a new espresso machine. It got mishandled, aka purposely damaged by UPS.
Drop kicked is the preferred
I
method.
literally had them on camera at my house throwing it in the street. I was so angry. And so I talked to customer support. It got sent back. They sent us a new one. And so that was like over the span of several weeks now. And so we finally got it. We put it together. And we just made the first espresso here tonight at like 8:30. So this is good. This is good. How's your day going?
That's
Adam?
awesome. I think today's work day for me was less than stellar. I just didn't make as much ice cream as I guess could have. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I feel like I didn't put in 100%. I was at like 70%.
Oh, 70.
No,
Okay.
I was at like 70% like the whole day. It's like it was one of those days you woke up, you're on the wrong side of the bed. I just left a little bit later than I should have. I wasn't like late by any means, but it's just like I got there later than I would have liked to. Stuff that didn't get done the night before, I started doing that instead of just like having somebody do it in the morning. I just took it into my own hands, and then like one thing led to another, and it was just like
so today's a wash. What about yesterday? Did you have a good Father's Day?
Today's a wash. Father's Day was good. I was working, but my son and Chanel also came to visit me during my shift, and that was a nice, pleasant surprise. And they got me some stuff from the store while I wasn't looking. I got some soap. It's called Dad, the Legend. It's from, it says, smells like the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind.
Well, it's because you are the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. It's a pipe collection handmade soap from Whiskey River. I don't know. It smells good. It's like see-through on one side and then solid on the other. I can't wait to.
I'm gonna wear the
get
Keller
clean.
House shirt. Oh well, next time.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I did send you some shirts.
Yeah, instead I'm just wearing my Mario Kart shirt.
Hey, I mean, I played Mario Kart on the Switch 2 for the first time yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Or Saturday night. And I got first place like 3 races in a row, maybe 4. Chanel was confused as to how I did that, but so I don't know. It's all like you drift and then you wiggle the joystick.
Yeah.
And you get the boost. Like that's all I was doing.
You know, I enjoy the drifting in this portion in the new Mario Kart world. I've been having fun with it. I got this Mario Kart shirt when I was at the Nintendo store in New York, for Go Fest. So, to celebrate it. And Is
Yeah,
that a
and
blue hat?
somebody on this podcast got me this hat while we were at the Nintendo store as well. This is the
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, the hat that the Pikachu is wearing in that set. And it is so cool, and I appreciate it so much. Justin, it was a
It's such a
pleasant
fun
surprise.
it's such a fun little Easter egg because it's only that one card, right? And then maybe in the app, no, I don't know, on the set of the package wrapper,
So
right?
it's in Pokemon Go, like it was an
Yes.
item you could get from the code cards that would unlock the hat. Yeah, so it was it's pretty cool. I'm very happy that I have you as a friend.
Oh, it's so
And
kind.
that you did that for me. I appreciate it. And then I was also gifted a pack of Pokemon Go at the same time. I have that videoed opening, and I have to post it. But
Oh, yeah,
Justin
we need
knows
to
me
post
very
that.
well, and I forgot to post it. So, and then you can see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right, enough of that stuff. So on today's
right,
show,
so-
what are we talking about?
All right, we're gonna run down NAIC because that happened this weekend, and man, was it a doozy. I was going in and out. I couldn't devote 100% attention to it, but I did
It's so
watch
long. It's 3 days.
portions here and there. I know,
It's
I know,
12-hour
and it's awesome.
streams.
Yes, so I could get it in when I could find time to tune in and watch. I don't think I got a drop, or I might have a drop. I don't know. I could probably rewatch it and get the drop too, but I know that you can go on. I just logged into my TCG Live just before the podcast, and I got a bunch of NAIC like free full art cards from Destined Rivals. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Justin is falling asleep because we're talking about TCG Live. He would rather talk about Pocket.
Not
Well-
Pocket either. I'm team play in person, which is rich coming from me because I haven't played in person in a hot minute. But
Same.
now that my schedule has cleared up, I'm going to try and do it this weekend. Hold me to it. If I don't do it,
I'm gonna hold you to it.
make me
I'll
like a
text you.
spicy pepper on the podcast next week or something.
All right, and then we'll talk about Isaiah Bratner's winning deck. Oh my gosh, it was Gardevoir. So
I had no idea.
it's shocker. I know.
We'll talk about other decks too. But
Yes, because there were some cruel decks that cut top 8, and we'll just talk about Pokemon Worlds in August. Well, we won't be here too long. We just wanted to get a podcast out, get everybody back
you know
into
what
the swing
happened
of things.
the last time we said we didn't want to do a long one? It was like over an hour.
It turned into a long one. All right. Well, we'll try to make this
Confirmed over an hour. Check
one
your
confirmed
watch.
over 3 hours.
Okay.
All right, Justin. So your experience watching the stream, how was it?
Pretty good. And so, in true fashion, I don't typically watch it live because I like to watch full matches start to finish. And so, I'll see where it's at live, and then I'll either rewind to like that current one, or I'll rewind to a different match entirely. And sometimes I go back to day 1 if it's currently day 2, just because some of the more interesting matchups happen in day 1 instead of the more expected ones that happen in day 2. I watched several. I made sure to watch. I was like, all right, I got my popcorn ready. Mahone versus Tord. Let's go.
I know you texted me.
And oh boy, I felt bad for Mahone because he should have won. He screwed himself both times. But Tord's just not gonna. Did you get around to watching that one? Did you have time?
I didn't get time to watch that one, but I will go back and
Yeah, no. So kind of what happens there is Mahone gets out to an early lead, and then he's like for sure like gonna win. He's up like 4 or 5 prizes to 1 that he's taken, and then he just kind of like stalls out, and he kind of just makes wrong decision, and then he gets locked out, and then Tord just keeps making the right play, and he ends up winning the match. It was wild.
Yeah, it's hard because Tord's not going to make a mistake. He has one of everything in his deck, and he knows what's in the deck, what's in the prize cards, and what he has access to at all times. He is a machine, and it's crazy to watch him play.
Yeah. And so, do you know what Tord played?
Yeah, Dragapult.
Yeah. So he had a
which honestly that was
4/4/3 line of
surprising
Dragapult, a couple Badoos, hence the item locking. He had the Ursaluna, the Hawlucha. Maractus came in big for him.
Maractus?
Pheasantipity. Yeah, do you know what the Maractus does?
Yeah. Yeah, if they attack into it, it places 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon.
And that was one of Mahone's big downfalls, is he attacked into the Maractus, which made his Pokemon the active. I'm forgetting.
Badoo?
No, it was
that?
But he took a bunch of damage counters, and that made him susceptible to a knockout in the next turn. And I think he should have bossed around it, because he had a way to go around it and attack a different one. Here, pause. Am I coming through okay? I'm just saying I'm seeing an unknown error has occurred. Please try again.
I mean, I can see you fine. I'm not sure.
Okay. Strange.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Oh. Okay. Pause. Yeah, so... And then every deck is just using Monkey Dory these days.
Yes, I feel like it's just a race. It's a race to whoever has Monkey Dory just can keep moving the damage over and over and over again.
But Tord did not win. He ended up taking third, losing to Riley McKay, and it was apparently a pretty crazy ending to the match. But I need to go back and watch, because I did not see that one. And then it was a mirror match.
Yeah, I didn't see
for the final.
Top 4 and first and second.
Yeah, the final.
I watched like all the in between stuff.
Yeah. Good old Gardevoir mirror match. They had different deck lists, but it was still, for all intents and purposes, a mirror match. I don't know why. I just don't like Gardevoir, and I don't know why I have like this stigma about it that I don't like it.
Yeah, I have that too. It is like I have 2 Gardevoir, like from Paldean Fates, like the super special art. I have 2 of the shinies. I have 2 normal ones. I'm like, I could make this deck. I could make it blinged out, and I just don't want to at all.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Monkey Dory with a passion.
You hate the way it looks. You hate the mechanic. What do you hate about it?
I hate the mechanic, because it's after seeing, like, playing against a deck on TCG Live that was utilizing Blaziken EX, that just once per turn you can attach an energy from your discard pile to any of your Pokemon, and they were just like Monkey Doring, and just any amount of damage I would do, they would just move all 120 damage counters back onto whatever I was attacking with. Mm-hmm. It was super frustrating. And it's like, is the answer Frostlass? Like, no, because then they could just move the damage counters to Frostlass, and then it's dead. Like, I don't know. It's just such a weird card, and I do not like it. I don't like the fact that, like, it's just, you're just moving damage. It's like Alakazam Radiant was something that could move 2 damage counters a turn, and it was limited to 1.
Mm-hmm. You just think it's too much.
Why do we just have a hollow card that you can have 4 copies in your deck, and it does even more than what this Alakazam Radiant?
To be fair, that Alakazam was a bad designed card. People could sometimes make it just was not, you were not rewarded playing it at all. They're like, people like this, but it's just bad. So now with Monkey Dory, where you still have to attach a darkness energy, so that's why people are playing that, what is it, Legacy energy? so it'll count as a darkness. So it can be attached. That way you can move the 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to an opponent's Pokemon.
Oh, I get. Okay, so Alakazam was 2 from your opponent's Pokemon to another one of your opponent's Pokemon.
Yes.
But like that again is still super strong.
Mm-hmm.
So saying it's from yours to theirs, I don't know.
Okay, so Adam doesn't like Monkey Dory. I thought I thought you were hunky dory about it.
No, I'm on the fez and dippity.
Okay, so
I'm on the fez about it, you know.
I pulled up some stats for the meta. And so what do you think the most popular deck was?
Gardevoir.
You think it was Gardevoir? Now, to be fair,
no, if you really want my honest opinion, it would be Dragapult, because
now are we saying overall Dragapult or a specific Dragapult variant?
Overall Dragapult.
Oh yeah, I mean overall Dragapult.
Because like people are playing Charizard Dragapult. I mean, now people are playing Goldingo Dragapult.
I'm looking at top 128 here. There were over 55 Dragapult variants.
55?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good portion. What was the second most used deck?
The second most was Gardevoir. So now, if we dive further into it, let me look to see. So the highest individualized Dragapult deck was Dragapult Dusk Noir at 17 decks. And let's see. And how many did we have for Gardevoir? We had 21. So Gardevoir was the highest deck. It just is not divided into variants the way Dragapult is.
Okay.
So, what do you think third was?
Raging Bolt.
Close. That one was at 17 for top 128. It was Grimmsnarl, the new.
Okay, something new. I like it. I like it when something new makes its way, especially right before NAIC, like before such a large event, and a deck like this doing really well. That's part of the reason it does so well, is the fact that it's new. Not everyone has prepared for it. So literally half the field that isn't ready for this will just lose because they don't know what it does.
Yeah, and then
I can almost
beat up
guarantee
on
you that's what
Gardevoir,
happened.
so which is nice.
Yep. Yeah, so anybody that thought they could coast along with Gardevoir got handed.
Now there was some spicy decks that made it in there. One that made it all the way up to 5th place. Do you know what that is?
Yes, because I watched this and was so excited.
I watched one of their matches. I don't know if it was day 1 or day 2. I did not watch. I watched one of their Swiss matches, but it was Toadscruel Ogrepon. I was like, whoa! Like I see how this works, but why have people not played this?
So it's funny because I'm currently playing a very similar list, but I'm playing a 4/4 of the Scovillain EX, which does 140, discard a top card of their deck and a card from their hand at random. So it's going for like max disruption, but I can see where and then it maxes out at damage. Like it doesn't do a lot of damage, whereas Toadscruel EX says Colony Rush. It does 80. This attack does 40 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any grass energies. So coupled with Area 0 Underdepths, if you have your entire bench filled, that's one shot in pretty much anything.
Yep, and
it's only 2
you're
energies.
Playing all the Ogrepons that basically attach grass energies for free. Now you have to have it in your hand, but for all intents and purposes, it attaches for free.
Yep. And then I don't have this, but this is such a good tech card to have, is the Iron Leaves EX. Basically, you play it down, it moves to the active, bring energies from
Yeah.
whatever Pokemon you move to it, and does 180. Because I know a lot of times when I'm playing the other deck, it's like I'll have 3 energies and my opponent has 1. So I'm only doing like 9, 10, 12, 150 with Ogrepon. And it's like, that's never enough. It's like, I'm always short.
Hey,
But being able to guarantee that extra damage with Iron Leaves is huge.
you know what's funny? I'm looking at Ray Chen's list, and a card that I've been seeing in more and more used this past weekend, then I feel like I've seen it used in a long time, is Energy Switch. Energy Switch was all
Yep.
over the place. Now, in this case, it's move the grass around for the different grass attacks. But it was a lot of times it was used to get the darkness energy around to your different Monkey Dory. So, or, you know, move your Psychics around for your Gardevoir deck. But it was just interesting to see that card used again, because I feel like it had been out of the limelight for a while.
Yeah. But effectively, Toadscruel EX has the Protective Mycelium. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon that have energy attached. Which is huge. So that cancels out Dragapult. So they're only doing the 200 to you in the active spot. Mm-hmm. So they're not getting that extra 6 damage counters being able to be placed anywhere, which is really cool. I love that. And then there's also 1 copy of the Baby Toadscruel with Slime Mold Colony. Cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their hand by an effect of your opponent's abilities or trainer cards. So that means no trainer cards at all. That's just a blanket trainer card. So Merriam doesn't work. Rescue Stretcher doesn't work.
All right.
All the cards that are played heavily. Well, not Merriam, but Rescue Stretcher's played in like everything.
Yeah. So I'm looking back at top 32. What do you think did the best for top 32 conversion?
Probably still Dragapult.
Dragapult all the way at 13 decks.
Let's go, Dragapult.
And funnily enough, pure Dragapult did the best at 5. Followed by Dragapult Dusknoir, then Dragapult Zard at 4 and then 3 respectively. And then a Dragapult Zoroark had 1 in top 32.
Dragapult Zoroark? See, this is what I'm saying. They'll throw that in anything.
Yeah. And then Gardevoir had 6 in top 32. Raging Bolt Ogrepon had 4 decks in top 32. Grimmsnarl, 2 decks. Flareon Noctowl, that's fun. 2 decks. Zoroark box, 2 decks. Toadscruel Ogrepon, Raychen, 1. And then Goldengo Dragapult, 1.
Jeez. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very thrilled that a rogue deck literally just demolished. But again, it is all matchups as well. They could have hit every good matchup leading up to this. I wish it showed me what deck they played against.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
I know that
what websites?
I know there's a way.
Is it through Arcanine?
No, it's. Oh, I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Everybody listening's like, "What? It's this website." No.
yeah.
But that's 128. Well. I do think it was seen past 128 though. I remember seeing it when I scrolled down.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, so it was played by James Wesser and got 205. Trying to see what like differences. 12 energies. Oh, they played a shaman. That's different there.
Yeah, so and looking at the top 256 decks, What percent meta share do you think was Dragapult, Gardevoir, and Raging Bolt?
50%.
Higher. It was 71%.
71. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now, there's different variations and stuff. It's hard to just group it all into one like that. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it. And then 24% was Grimmsnarl, Flareon, and Gholdengo. And then everything else only made up 5%.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I
quite
mean,
fun.
there were several. I'm just saying, like there are several other ones. I think I counted like 4
Have you
of
played?
these Toadscruel.
Have you played the Flareon deck list?
I have not. I've played against it and it is very frustrating.
Mm.
Because basically they attack and they can. Okay, that looks. Now I'm looking. It looks like 6, 7. So 7 people out of 390 played that deck. So
Mm.
it's just crazy to see such a small percentage
Yeah.
do so well. And the Flareon deck, the Flareon attacks and then they just go get the cards they need. It is it's such a struggle to combat that. Like, yes, you can Iono, yes, you can judge, but like they attack, they get those cards in their hand.
Yeah, so
If
Flareon
you're not
EX,
playing,
for a fire and a colorless, burning charge, 130 damage. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. Wow.
yeah, so if you're not playing disruption cards, they're going to have the answer next turn, no matter what.
Now, and you are playing the other energies. So you do have the energies for Carnelian if you want, which does 280 damage. But it's a fire, water, and lightning, which is wild.
Yeah. But then you've got Crispin. So if you've got the one fire on there, then you use Crispin, you go attach water, get the lightning to hand, attach. Like it does not take rocket science to power these things up.
What if I wanted to take rocket science?
Well, I mean, you can, but just saying.
Okay, well, is there anything else you want to talk about from the list? Things you enjoyed?
I just think the stream was done really well.
Yeah,
It is really nice to like see the evolution of these streams get better and better
every
and better.
time. I'm like, wow, this is getting closer and closer to like world's quality for these international streams each time, and it's incredible. And speaking of incredible, I watched the juniors final match, and I was like, huh. I'm not looking at the names. I'm just like, these kids look kind of similar, like they might be related. I was like, oh wait, they're brother and sister.
See, there's nothing better than that. Imagine being their parents too. Just
yeah,
like,
they were showing them in the crowd talking
those are my
about them, and
kids.
the parents were just like they're clapping, and they were just like, yeah, good. Yeah, like you can't root for one or the other. You just like don't make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, that'd be like such a proud moment.
It was so much fun to watch. Like, if you want to just have an enjoyable time and not like stress about, like is your favorite player gonna win? Watch the juniors play, because it's just more about having fun while winning instead of about, grinding it out for cash. It's oh boy, it was such a delight to watch before going to bed the other night. Yeah,
I can imagine. I'm now gonna have to watch that before I go to bed.
yeah.
I'm gonna have some great dreams of
There we go.
friendship, family, excitement,
Yeah,
love,
and I'm kind of blanking because I watched a
and
bunch of
Pokemon.
things, but I think they played the same deck list, or like it was maybe slightly different tweaks, but for all intents and purposes, the same deck. So it was fun. I think it was Dragapult Charizard, unless I'm mixing up my matches.
No, because we already discussed that Dragapult is everywhere.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Next, we have an article here from
We have an article.
isgaming.com. And they're just talking about, how Isaiah Bradner won and kind of, like what the focus was for his deck, really going hard on the card that Adam doesn't like, the Monkey Dories, using the energy switch to his advantage, and, just all around good time if you like Gardevoir.
Do you like Gardevoir?
I like Gardevoir. Well, I don't know. I can't say I haven't tried this version of the deck. Last time I played Gardevoir was the last rotation, so I need to try it before I knock.
I honestly don't think a lot's changed. Like, yes, you have to strategize.
There's no Shining Arcana.
Yes, but you also don't have the trade, like discard a card, draw two. Refinement.
Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Not Shining Arcana.
But there was Shining Arcana.
Yes.
And there was Gallade where you could look for a supporter. Yeah, there was just... This deck has evolved, devolved, and re-evolved. And next, the Mega Gardevoir EX is coming out. I can't handle that.
All right. I think it's time for a break. And after that, we'll talk about some Worlds news.
All right. We'll be back right after this break. And we are back. Got a little housekeeping before we press on. This episode of the Special Conditions podcast is brought to you by the Grading Authority. TGA offers an innovative card grading experience with a focus on collectors and community. Visit tgacards.com to learn more, and be sure to check out their slab designer and Pokemon flow labels to see for yourself what makes the Pokemon Professor Network proud to be a TGA partner. Use code FULLHEAL, no spaces, at checkout for 10% off your total order. Thank you to the team at the Grading Authority for supporting the Special Conditions podcast. We want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons as well. Huge thank you to our executive producer, Tish Smith. A big thank you to our gym leaders, Ben, Espion Willow, Herbert, Matthew, and Sushi Slayer, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Xander, Monkey Bread, and Kate the Cons. Make sure to check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us. Grab some merch, send us a message, connect with all the other shows on the Professor. Connect with all the other shows on the Pokemon Professor Network. All right, Justin, what do we got next?
All right. We need to find our links because I'm looking at the wrong thing.
What thing are you looking at that's wrong?
We are looking at the art for Worlds. Oh, it's so cute. Look at Machamp in his fighting type shirt. He looks like the gym leader.
He looks like he is on a sports team, the fighting sports team.
There's Vanillite and a Froakie dressed like Vanillite right next to it, which is hilarious. I didn't realize that was a Froakie in a costume the first time. It looks like an old woman, like with like little eyeglasses on its nose.
Look at the Toadscruel.
Yeah, it's cute. There's the Goldingo surfing. There's Maractus in the background. Murkrow, Jigglypuff, Pikachu wearing a nice,
also a
bomber
team
jacket,
blazer. Yeah, bomber jacket. That's what I meant. Jigglypuff with the bow.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
cute.
This World is going to be really good for fashion. I will say the merch is probably going to be on fire.
Hopefully not literally, unless it has Arcanine on it. But is there something specific you wanted to talk about here?
Well, when I was when I opened up Instagram, I saw a picture, like it showed me, it's like, look at the art of Pokemon Worlds. And I looked at it and it like flashed to another screen and it has a big picture of Arcanine. And I've been trying to find out where that image is and I can't find it.
It's just like one of those, you know,
No, but it was so
like
good. I
banner or
saw
something.
it was like,
It wasn't just like the generic banner.
no.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'll try to find it, but that's the real reason I wanted to.
Okay. You didn't want to look at the fan experience, the competitor
No,
info.
we should definitely look at the fan experience.
Okay, let's look at activities. Collect and trade. The cosplay showcase. Huh? Is that a thing that they've done before?
The cosplay?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not something I've seen, but
Obviously, collecting and trading. Pin trading. Pins are huge at cons, and Pokemon Worlds is becoming more and more like a con every time. Oh, you have to apply for the cosplay showcase. Interesting. Let's see. We talk about the broadcasts. Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific. Day 1 of Swiss. Saturday, day 2. Then top 8 and top 4. I wish they didn't do top 8 and top 4 on the Saturday, and then it's only the finals on Sunday. I don't know. I just would like to have top 8, top 4, and finals all on the same day.
okay. I found it. I'm going to share it with you.
Okay.
And hopefully we can get it to be like on the podcast. So let's see. I'm going to send it to your Discord.
Oh, can't you just put it in the chat of Descript?
I could, but I found it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but there is a picture of Arcanine. I screenshotted it.
Okay.
And
it is Arcanine. Oh, so cute.
How cool is that?
All right, play it again. Huh. That is neat.
Well, you're gonna have to do it. I can't. I can't do it.
I was trying to click and make it play again. Instagram is just not as like user friendly on desktop as it is on.
Hey, get ready to pause. Right there.
Oh, nice.
I mean, he's got like the wind in his face, but
yeah, it's almost like an old school look for Arcanine. I'm thinking like earlier eras.
Yeah, because then you've got Pikachu with the glasses just like chilling out like, yo, bro, this is my dog. And that's my bird.
It's my diggy dog. All right, we got to go to the next one. Pika. Aha. Yeah, look at that.
I didn't even see that one.
Oh, look at the comments.
That's
my
crazy.
King Arcanine's getting love.
Oh, I love that. I love that people are excited.
Yeah, and then
have to get ready
there's
to,
one
like,
here in
screenshot
German
it.
saying we need a Pokemon Center in Germany. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about Worlds?
No, that was pretty much it, Justin. I have
Just share the excitement for Arcanine.
no words.
I understand.
Sharing the love for Arcanine. Not like like I said, the only pack I've opened is that one Pokemon Go pack. Do you have any destined rivals you wanted to open? Oh, Journey Together. Just kidding. Just kidding, because Team Rocket stole them all.
Yes,
AKA those Peppers.
Because if you remember, I bought a lot of Journey Together, and I was busy and didn't open it all. So
well, if you can find one Reshiram and like 3 Zoras, send them my way.
All right. What is your guess?
You can send them in a white envelope.
What is your guess on the energy? It is grass.
Ah, well, we were talking about. No,
but this is a fire Pokemon
grass.
with Magmar. Wooloo.
Ooh, it's a hopping it to it.
Bagon. Paris.
Be gone.
No kicks. Combuskin. Alolan Golem. Shelgon. reverse Caterpie, and a hollow Magmortar.
Are you serious? I thought I saw something.
All right, we're going in for round 2. We can't.
Round 2.
We can't
ding,
just end on a hollow.
We can't. This is like
all right. Is there any
nail biter?
Is there
material.
any like show notes or anything you want to read as I'm opening this pack?
All yes, right. Slitherwing Bronzor to the score bunny is super funny. No, I'm excited. I love this set. I think Journey Together is
I'm gonna guess
slept on.
Water. What are you guessing?
Fire again. I'm going fire. You washed me out there.
Stunfisk. Bombardier. I got the shiny.
I got a shiny one of those. Yeah.
Parasect. Pupitar. Man, these are hard to read backwards.
A Celegar.
Corviknight. Oh, man, I just love the art on this one. Just gives me vibes of the game.
That's
a
Shield. Really good card.
Greedent. Reverse Delmise. And a Qfent.
Metagross Hollow. I think round 3 is in order.
Okay. Round 3.
Unless you don't want to open up any more packs. I mean, but I feel like this whole podcast, we could just open up packs and just
next
podcast.
Talk about them. Justin opens one booster box.
Just one pack at a time.
All right. This code HQJW6VVBTKKNG. Good luck. All right. This time I'm thinking Darkness for Monkey Dory. What are you thinking?
No fighting because I don't like darkness.
No.
I smell foul play.
Oh, it's a darkness joke. Wingull, look how cute he is. Swinub. Shelmet. Shelgon. Shelvalier. Shellbrock Scouting. Shell Volcanion. Wait. Volcarona. You know what I meant.
Volcarona.
Dubwool. Sigilif. And
wow. You've got to go for round 4. This is insane.
Okay.
How is it out of 3 packs you get nothing? Justin's like, I need to open up a different box.
Well, you know how it goes. You open some packs off screen, you get the good one. Oh, speaking of good one, you can have this code. Here, you can have the QR. I don't care. I can't remember if I did one to the front.
Well, hopefully you did. Fire.
I'm going with lightning. This is
fighting. We're both right.
LOL. Minchino. Toadscruel. Mr. Mime. Cling Clang. Wanna Bing Bang. Inns Castle. Hops Anaconda. Metapod. Toadscruel again. And a
no way. 4 packs, Justin?
Okay. All right. We're just going
5. We're going 5.
We're just gonna
right. And if we don't get anything on this, we're just ending the podcast. Yeah. Just like a clean stop out of just straight disappointment. So if the podcast
who
just
cares?
ends,
it's gonna be water. Oh, it's metal.
No, so if the podcast just ends and we forgot to say anything.
Yeah. That's because I didn't get a hit.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about special conditions.
Say the things right now in case we end on a bad thing. Hurry, I'll go slow.
Okay, well, hang on. I got to get there. Email us, specialconditions@pokemonprofessor.com. Leave us a voicemail, text us, send us a picture, 732-835-8639.
Also, don't forget to visit TGA Useful Heal.
Yep, and remember, if you're affected by a special condition,
there's a Kamala.
Don't forget to use a full heal. Have a good night.
Kill and watch roll. All right, night.